Alright, Dylan, so here's the very first swing tonight. Like you said, you were hitting a bunch of poor ones starting out tonight. Some snap fades and stuff like that. And we could see why. And the last couple of weeks you'd tried to get out of the hook. Well, you did that. And it was probably perfect about 10 days ago when you were shooting in the mid-70s a lot. But this is what can lead to the snap fades when you try to get out of the hook and you're overcorrect, and now you start slicing it and hitting these Chinese hooks out to the right. From face on, things didn't look too bad at all starting out tonight. But I wanted to get you better on that plane line right away. And so I had you try to do that. That was a little better. With full swings, and you were getting better with the full swings, about like this. But you can see, while that ball went straight, I don't want you to be satisfied with that straight shot. Because you see it's not too far away from being a Chinese hook there. And then here, more full swings, still kind of above it. And then I said, let's see you take some smaller swings, some full swings. You didn't pull it off. And the other thing was, I wanted you to, none of these had you looked out at the target with the club behind the ball all night. So I want you to look out at the target, look at the valley, and then look over at the end of the fence over there to the right, and then make the swing. And sure enough, that really started helping you get on plane, and they really started feeling a lot stronger, starting to the right like that. See how those are starting to the right beautifully now. Now the little longer swing got you a little more above it. But then with the rescue, the very first two swings of the rescue there, you're pretty doggone close. Just a little bit above it, and that's why it wasn't totally as strong as it could be.
And you had me move closer to the ball.
Yeah, the setup got better. Right, thank you. Let me show you the difference there. And then here's that second one. Same thing, still above the plane a little bit, and closed face a little bit earlier. And the ball ended up being pulled instead of that draw. Yeah, here's the difference in the setups. Right there. Where you got some better knee flex over here on the left. Stood up taller with your head.
And closer to the ball.
And stood a little closer to the ball so you weren't reaching out for it so much. Alright. Great work, buddy. Good scores last few weeks. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter! Ellie! Good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here. We're kind of cooped up inside. We want to go outside. We can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.